Hi, I'm Sandra. I'm 16 and I'm fantastically rich. Funny thing is, I've never met a man richer than me. And I'm sure no one got as rich as I did at such a young age. You see, I'm a true genius. Yes, I earned all of my money myself, solely with my knowledge and wits. Therefore, now I can swim in money each day, every day. Oh, what a pleasure it is to have tons of money and be able to buy anything. Of course, my contemporaries envy me. I pity them. You see, they can't come up with anything useful, and therefore achieve nothing. They can only cry to their friends and parents, wallowing in self-pity. And of course, it's incredibly easy for them just to blame me for being rich, and supposedly super selfish. But now, my former friend sues me, and for the perfectly absurd reason to boot. Wait a second, I'll tell you everything about that. You see, it was all great. I just lived happily and harmed no one. And then, boom, I received a subpoena out of the blue. Well, I definitely didn't plan to sue anyone, because I did nothing wrong or illegal. I was incredibly surprised, and when I learned the name of the person who wanted to sue me, I was shocked. It was Joe, my former friend Joe to be more precise. Once we were best friends, but that time had passed, and now he wants to see me again, in court. Funny thing is, he decided to sue me for the rights to my mobile app, the app that I created completely by myself. Joe insists that it was his idea, and even his implementation, and I stole everything and created my own project. Okay, my good friend Joe. Let's figure out how it really was. One of these days, when we sat at a cafe and had some small talk, he said something about a possible future application designed to make lives of many people as easy as possible and help them. He also mentioned that such an app would be very profitable. Just to be clear, he was speaking in general terms and never mentioned anything in particular. That was even a full-blown idea. Really nothing but a piece of daydreaming. All in all, not a thing to be stolen or anything. Well, okay, let's assume that I really took the idea from him. Let's even say that it was his implementation of the idea. So where's his copyright, huh? There's none. You know why? He's got no rights to the app because it was me who created it, not Joe. I spent several months of my time developing the app, hardly slept, worked day and night. I even sacrificed my sight for that. I wrote the app all by myself. I made the advertisement. I hired a professional developer for him to fix all the small bugs. I did everything. And he did nothing. An idea costs nothing without a person devoting his or her time to properly implement it. And now Joe wants to sue me and says that he has the rights to my app. Okay, Sandra, relax. TLDR, the whole project was mine. From the very beginning to the very end. I worked on it. I got my hard-earned millions. And now my former friend, who did nothing, wants to get back at me and take the money? That's how I see the situation. The app is mine. Full stop. I even tried to explain that to Joe, but he hung up in my face. I'm sure of my victory in court, though. Joe did nothing. I did everything. He's got zero proof, and that's it. Funny thing is, I kinda pine for our cafe meetings. Of course, I'm free to dine at any cafe and restaurant I want nowadays, but we used to have such nice brainstorms, and without them, I'm all out of ideas now. Once, I even wanted to visit Joe, make amends and renew our friendship. Of course, it was before he decided to sue me, and now he's not even answering the phone. Guess we'll see each other in court. No sooner. And that's pretty sad. So what do you think? Was it right for me to do the app without him? Well, it kinda was my idea anyways. Or was it?
Hi, I'm Joe. I will soon be 16, and I am piss poor. My family's affairs are not going very well, to say the least. That's why I'm trying my best in studies and in generating various ideas about earning money. I have to think up something to provide for my family and myself. Well, actually, I did have the chance to become rich and solve all our money problems, but that chance was stolen, taken from me. Everything happened a year ago. Sandra and I were drinking coffee at our favorite cafe. Sandra was not my girlfriend. She was my best friend, with emphasis on was. So we sat in a cafe, drank coffee, discussed future projects, and then an idea came into my mind. No, an idea, with all capital letters. It was like a revelation. I suddenly realized what I wanted to do in life, what I should create to the benefit of people. And of course, now I knew how to make a good living for my family. I came up with a new application that later turned out to be extremely popular. I'm even sure most of you use it now. Yet I didn't get any profit from it. And here's why. So, first of all, I shared my idea with Sandra. Initially, she was shocked by the course of my thoughts. She said that such an app was impossible to be translated into reality. Well, actually, Sandra did not particularly believe in me. My best friend even advised me to forget about my idea. Therefore, our improvised coffee meeting ended poorly. However, I did not abandon the idea. I knew that I was able to make it a reality. My confidence was unshakable. So I started to work on my dream. To be honest, the work almost turned into a disaster. I fell behind in my studies, skipped school a lot, and almost failed the exams as a result. All my time, all my energy went into the app's development process. I labored tirelessly day after day, thinking about the glorious future full of happiness, respect, and money. I was motivated to the extreme, and I never stopped believing in myself. Finally, I got to the finish line, and I really wanted to tell someone about what I was doing and what was already done. Sandra was my closest friend, and a very smart person. She was able to understand both the complexities of my design and the level of effort I put into it. So I called her and invited her to my place. I only told her that we would talk in private because we needed to discuss something very important. She came soon, and I was stunned. My best friend wore a short, tight dress, the kind of which I had never seen her in. You see, Sandra always was a dudette. She loved jeans, sneakers, hoodies, that kind of stuff. And now she was in a dress that really flattered her figure. Honestly, I'd never even perceived Sandra as a girl before. She was first and foremost my friend. But at that moment, she looked fantastic, and I was unable to ignore that. Sandra behaved very strange all evening. She acted with certain defiance, randomly touched me, came close enough that I could feel her breath. I didn't know how to respond to that, so I was just trying to ignore her actions to the best of my ability. You see, I really wanted to show her my app because I valued her input. And finally, the moment had come. I led her into my room, switched on the computer, entered the passwords. She opened the app and gasped. Now Sandra looked like her usual self, bright, energetic, full of curiosity and wonder. She asked me so many questions and wrote each of my answers down, including all of the passwords. She talked so much, praising me, praising the app, imagining its future. And then she kissed me passionately. I answered the kiss, we ended up in bed, and that was it. In the morning, when I woke up, I saw my computer turned off. Although in the evening, when we jumped to bed, it was still on. I immediately turned it on, tried to launch the application, and found nothing. The app was deleted from my computer altogether. It had disappeared together with Sandra. Then I understood everything. I called Sandra, but apparently she blacklisted me. I went to her house, knocked on the door for a long time, but nobody opened. My former friend never appeared at school. She stopped communicating with her classmates and mutual acquaintances. She just disappeared and took my app with her. Just imagine how shocked I was in a month. The newspapers wrote about the young millionaire girl who got rich by releasing a single mobile application. I immediately downloaded and dissected the app, and it was the exact same app she stole from me. Well, yeah, someone refined it a bit, probably some professional developer. Sandra was never a great programmer. I called Sandra again and again and again, but she never bothered to answer. And later I found out that she moved to the capital. Well, of course she did. Now, when she was incredibly rich. Now she was free to spend my money earned because of my app. And I stayed behind, vengeful and poor. I told my mom everything about the situation. Mom advised me to take legal action against my former friend. Well, I did so, but I'm sure I've got no chance. She's a millionaire now, after all, and I'm just a poor boy from a small town. Well, yeah, guess I can come up with another successful app or two, but I'd have to work a lot harder now. Sandra deleted a lot of important stuff on my computer. Besides, my thoughts are in disarray. I trusted that girl, and she betrayed me. Instead of trying to cooperate with me, she just stole all my work. Funny thing is, I'd easily give her fair share of the profits if she was my partner. I can easily imagine us dating or even living together as a family. But Sandra decided to take all of my hard work, profit from it, and leave me in the dirt. And what shall I do now? Share your opinion on the matter in the comments. Who's right here and who's wrong? You're welcome to discuss anything below the vid. And don't forget to leave a like and to share the vid with your friends.